Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are fine and staying at home. So, students, today we are going to discuss a new chapter, that is Glimpses of India. In this chapter, we are having three parts, but today we are going to discuss only one, and that is a baker from Goa. Student, do you know who is a baker? A baker is a person who bakes bread, and we love to eat that. So, students, in this chapter, we are having a baker and narrator who narrates the story. Lucio Rodriguez, one of the great writers, he written this chapter. So, the two characters are there, the narrator and the baker. And the setting of plot of this chapter in Goa. The events described in the chapter are set in Goa at a time when the writer was young. Means they are talking about 100 years back. At that time, we don't have such facilities like noodles, burgers, pizzas. We don't have that. What we have bread. So the theme of the chapter, the text describes the importance of bakers in olden times. Suppose you are going to attend a marriage nowadays. You have lot of things like fruit chat, pizzas, even you can have dosa, idli, but in olden days, what are the main things we have? A simple food and with that bread. So let's discuss this chapter and listen it carefully so that you can understand the whole chapter. It's really very interesting because it talks about the past. So let's start. Bread making dates back at the time of Portuguese in Goa. So, which time they are discussing about? They are discussing about time of Portuguese. When Portuguese captured Goa, they introduced many things which they like. They designed the buildings according to their own taste. They also introduced bread. Still bakers are baking bread. As the chapter continues, the narrator explained that there are bakers, still there are bakers, even nowadays. And there are a lot of bakeries which are very famous in Goa. But at that time, this profession is really profitable. So, still bakers are there, but we are talking about past. The bakers are known as pedder in Goa. At arrival, they play jingle sound with bamboo stick. So the bakers have a bamboo stick in their hand and they tied some bells on it and they played jingle song with the help of that bamboo stick. Now the bakers came twice a day because they are really an important part of that time of society. They came in the morning with lot of bread in their basket and after emptying that basket they also came back in the evening when they passed from there. Now, when we talk about children, what children love? Children love sweets. So, for the children, sweet breads are there. The bread bangles. Children have bread bangles. So, when the baker came with bread, he also have bread bangles. And children love to eat that bread bangles. So, they rush towards the baker. Now, the bread collected by servants only. And they also call these servants peskin and bestin because in Portuguese they use these two words for maids or servants. So the bread collected by maids so that the children not get too much bread bangles. Now let's talk about the dress of bakers. They mostly wear a long dress which is up to knees and the dress is called kawai. They call that dress Kabai, the name of the dress. Now let's talk about the bills. How people pay the bill to baker. How people pay the amount to baker. Daily baker came with lot of breads, people purchase it. And they clear the bills after a month. And how they note it down? They note it down on a wall. Like any wall of the house, with pencil they note it down. And at the end of the month, the bills are cleared. So now threads are really an important part of all the marriages, all the ceremonies. At that time, people feel if the breads are not available, then the marriage ceremonies are of no use. Like ladies, they prepared sandwiches at the engagement of their daughters. At Christmas, they prepare cakes and bolinjas. These bolinjas are called as small cakes. No, baking was really a profitable business in old days. People love to do that business, and even the people feel that a person who having jackfruit appearance, jackfruit means little chubby type. So that type of person, that means he's very well earned, he's having good food. So jackfruit appearance always compared with the baker means baking is a very great business at that time, and people love the bakers. So this is the whole summary of the chapter. Hope you guys understand it. In short, I want to tell you that in olden days, people loved to eat breads, and whenever the baker reached in their area, they rushed towards the baker to get the breads. And even now, in Goa, baking is also a good profession. So go through this chapter, read the summary, read the chapter, and then try to attempt the question answers. Hope you guys understand this chapter, and if you have any query, you can contact me. So take care and revise properly. Thank you.